Well, hi there folks, this is exciting. I've never had a digital photo frame before, and this is a new one from DragonTouch. Wi-Fi, does all kinds of things. Let's take a look in the box here. Digital photo frame, manual, 2-year warranty, and this looks good. Look, they've even put a little finger hole there so that you can get this out. What else have you got? Power supply, and that obviously plugs in the power supply. I would say, yeah, it's a USB power supply. Another USB lead, a little leg here that screws in so that you can stand it up. And looking at the front here, it's got very clear instructions on the front. Now, I've never owned one of these, so I'm going to run through this real time, maybe, if it works for me. Usually doesn't, trying to do stuff in front of a camera, but I'm going to run through the instructions. Power your photo frame, looks very clear, and the manual is in really good English. Let's see what else I can see without looking at the manual. You've got a USB socket there, and it will play videos, photos and so on, even music through a USB stick. SD card slot, it takes up to 32 gig. It's a full-size SD, but of course you can get an adapter so you can put micros in. That's where the USB plugs in, that's where the power plugs in, and it's even got a headphone socket there. That is obviously for shuffling through pictures and what have you. You can hang it on the wall by a hook. On-off switch, right, so that covers that. Also mentions a Wi-Fi app and setting it up. It connects to your Wi-Fi network. It says you can share pictures and stuff via the app with family and friends, but I'll plug it in. Let's see what happens when I plug it in. Well, there's the power lead, probably about 1.5 meters, so you're obviously going to have to locate it somewhere where you've got access to a mains power supply. Let's plug it in, see what happens. Let's see how intuitive this is to use. Right, so plug in, press the start button. Here we go. DragonTouch, peel off this. Now, being a simpleton, oh, and it's touchscreen incidentally, choose a Wi-Fi network. I won't show you my password. Right, connected. Well, it says skip, so you don't necessarily have to do this. You can just press skip and get on with it by putting a card in with your photos on. But let's carry on with this process. Device info, time zone, I might as well do that. Next. Oh, city name cannot be empty. London, England, that's the one. Daily schedule to allow your device to sleep and wake on. Yeah. Oh, I'm always in bed later than that. Let's make it 23. Midnight even. 1 in the morning. Done. Don't get up at 8. Anyway, so that's it. Frame ID. Now apparently that's important. Please download and install the app. Register account. Then add the device to My Devices in the Devices module of the main interface of the app. Android, please search for our photo. Okay, well, I'm going to go offline and do that. Again, you don't necessarily have to install the app, but once you have installed it and set up an account, which is a bit tedious, but once you've done that, it does mean you can transfer pictures or videos straight from your phone to the picture frame. Anyway, as you can see, we're now on the home screen. Let's have a little play here. Weather. Oh, it tells you weather in London. Oh, that's useful. Right, so touch the video icon. Cool, right, so I can either play a video, look at an SD card, look at the internal storage. I don't know how much there is. I'll try and put it up on the screen. Going to find an SD card and put it in with some pictures on and a bit of video. Be back in a sec. Right, well, I'm back with a few pictures on a micro card, which I'm using with an adapter, as you can see. Mixture of stills and a couple of videos on it. And it pushes in like so. Storage card is inserted, it said. Okay. Ah, a video. Driving in the rain.
Oh, it's lovely to be on holiday. I could be in England.
That was France last summer.
Weather like this.
Going off flying. It's a 720 screen, 4:3 aspect ratio. Oh, I see, and it just keeps rolling. I suppose it would do because it's a digital frame that rolls through stuff. Right, let's come back out of that. How do I come back out of it? Up there. Let's go back out of there. Now what about pictures? How do I get into pictures? Ah, all. I'll just play all. Okay. An assortment of pictures from flying. Oh, I can scroll through them as well if I want. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted here by my pictures. Lovely colour and nice screen. Let's go back out of that. USB. Let's go back out of it again. Back. Settings. Ah! User management. I should have looked at that before. System settings. Album settings. Slideshow 1 minute, so you can change the interval. Change the transition. Random. No, I don't think I'll go random. I'll just do zoom center. Okay, so you can change the transition. That's how they come across. Oh, you can even delete with it too. System settings, Wi-Fi, PC control, FTP server, auto on off, display, sound. Yeah, and as you saw it had sound, brightness, language, auto on off, factory data reset. Right, that's straightforward enough. I know I'm going pretty fast on this, but I think a lot of this stuff you're going to have to explore for yourself. Oh, it's also an alarm. Good. Now, SD card, I wonder, can you get it to play folders? Yeah, maybe. Because I've actually put these in selections of skies. I've got a big collection of skies. I was hoping you'd be able to open the SD card and play it in folders, so you could play different folders. But so far, very pleased with it. Lovely colour, and it's effectively a 720 screen. Part of my collection of skies and sailing. Plenty of this stuff on my channel, by the way. Flying, sailing, radio controlled models, drones, wildlife. God, that's a lovely cloud. Oh, this is going to be really great. Put somewhere on the wall, just rolling through, because you tend to forget just what photographs you've got. Oh, no, that's interesting. It's actually started rolling on its own now. Yeah, I like that zoom. Yeah, you tend to forget what you've got, and things stick on your computer somewhere, not looked at. When you've got them in a digital frame, you're constantly being scrolled through and seeing them. So I think this is going to be a great thing to have on my wall or on a shelf. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So don't go away. Looks easy enough to operate. Touch screen. Australia. Harbour Bridge. Yeah, that was a few years ago. Right, as you can see, I'm well travelled. Anyway, I'm going to have another look at the manual. Oh, that's good. Wherever I start, it just rolls on from wherever I've started in that selection. Yeah, great. This is great. Right. Oh, let's have a look what it does at the back. Oh, I think that just scrolls. Play. You've got play at the back as well. Play. Ah, settings. There, I've just discovered something else. Settings. Ah, no, I see. Touch the screen down there. Slideshow into transitions. Right. Settings. Widescreen. Full screen. 133 of 147. Refresh. Oh no, rotate. Roll it. Right. Okay, well, we're living and learning, which just goes to show I really should read manuals. I'm going to have a quick look at the manual and see if there's anything I've missed. Back in a minute. Right, well, I'm back again, and I've read the manual and I've installed the app and done a few things. So where do I start? I'll start by saying I really enjoy having this. I wish I'd bought one years ago. particularly now we're in times of COVID and misery. It's nice to actually have some photos rotating on a screen. I've got it set up in my kitchen actually. Every time I walk in, I'm looking at memories from the last 20-30 years, and it's nice to have some positive images to remind me that things actually will one day go back to normal. So it's here in my kitchen, on the stand, plugged in. What else can I show you? Well, the first thing to say is, initially I wondered why it wasn't showing full screen. This menu down here is pretty important actually, because if you put it on that setting, all it's playing is the centre of the screen, or rather is the centre of the photo, instead of the whole thing. Now with some things, if it's a panoramic photograph or a 16:9, it won't actually show you the whole picture, it just shows you the centre. That's pretty important. As you saw from that too, you've got settings here and all various other things, transitions. You can also delete, which is useful, I guess. Come back out of that, touch the screen. So I think from my point of view, seeing as how I've got photos in all kinds of formats, that's important. Okay then, but how do you put pictures on it and how do you use the app? Well, obviously the easiest way would be to plug in an SD card or a USB stick with pictures video on. But of course the other way is to plug the frame into your PC using the USB lead. And this is what you'll see. It comes up as external storage, and in fact the operating system is the same as in an Android phone. You can put the files anywhere, but probably a good idea to put them in the pictures folder, because then you'll know where you've put them. And once they're loaded, the picture frame will just pick them up automatically, the same as if it would if you put it on a card or if you put them in on a USB stick. Dead simple. As far as the app goes, the main advantage that I can see is you can load directly from your mobile phone to the frame via Wi-Fi, but you do have to set up an account, which is a little bit involved. So I think the easiest way is just to plug in the USB or put in a memory card. Just one more thing though, it says in the manual that you can transfer photographs by using something called FTP, File Transfer Protocol. Well, I spent about an hour trying to do it, and I'm pretty computer savvy, and I got nowhere at all. I just couldn't get any connection. If you manage to do it, please drop a little bit of a note down in the comments below. Anyhow, I think I've covered everything I can say about this. I mean, in a nutshell, I'm very pleased with it. I wish I'd bought one years ago. To have it in my kitchen, scrolling through all these pictures that I haven't actually seen for years. I'll put a link down below. I don't think you go far wrong with it. Nice and easy to use, and is brightening up my day in the midst of all this COVID gloom. So that's it for now anyway. Thanks for watching, hope you found it useful, and please check out some of the other stuff on my channel. There's bound to be something there, keep you amused during all this lockdown stuff. So that's it, catch you all later, stay safe, bye for now.